Hello, it's me. Was this the stream you were looking for? Here we are back again. EQ2 awaits. We hit level 10 yesterday. To sum up, the free-to-play implementation seems very generous. The only limitations I have seen so far are some racials. Some races are not available, and I think one class is not available. Also not available are the various alternate rule sets for the game. They offer servers that will have different rule sets and such, and those are not available. Those are level 70. I don't think I need those yet. 50s. Oh, okay. Scroll of tracking. These can stay in there. Alternate rule sets are things like similar to, say, Classic in WoW, or the Classic Hardcore that they're bringing out in WoW would be another example. Where basically, the game's running under different principles than the standard game. And they've got a couple of interesting... I don't have my pet. I must do something about that. A couple of interesting options in terms of alternate rule set servers. And that's actually a big plus for it, but I think it's perfectly reasonable that those should be for subscribers. Well, why did he move away? He got a badge, and yay, it was trapped. Almost, he took off a good 40% of McCoy's life, my pet. Why has it completely rearranged? This was not what my bags looked like when I logged out yesterday. How does a thing like this happen in a modern game? Okay, this is not that modern a game. How does a thing like this happen in a less than entirely modern game? I do not know. Wow, it just completely fucking randomly rearranges them. I'm at a loss to explain. I cannot explain how on earth this happened. But it did. There. Now it's pretty. Good evening to whomever has joined me. This is not as good as the staff I am using. And that offers a quest. I will examine it. I will accept the quest. I'll bring it to him after I dump this dust on more of these undead. Interesting. They have to be, I guess, the smoldering. They have to be the moldering. Moldering? I could have sworn that thing said smoldering. No, it's moldering. My eyes. My vision. Like most of the rest of me is going just terribly wrong. Alright, moldering. Hit you with that, and we'll back away. No drop from him. I need 3 more of them. Oh, moldering. Hello, moldering. moldering undead. Why settle for the regular when you can get the special moldering variety? We need one more moldering soldier. Don't run away. Curse your eyes. All right, you then, sir or madam. All right, that was 7 out of 7. What do we got to do with this? Ooh, we got a shiny. Alert, alert. I have no choice. I must pick it up. It's one I already have. I must leave it for somebody else. I need to hunt Scarworms. Hello, Scarworm. Would you stop dodging? Well, it plummeted to about a 1,000-foot fall. Stop telling me I can't see the target when I can clearly see the target. Scarworm corpse. Yum. Just like Mom used to make. Actually, to the best of my knowledge, my mom never made anything out of scarworms. They do seem to want to fall into the horrible gaping thing, but it doesn't appear to be an issue. The scar, I'm assuming it is. Since they're called scarworms, I guess that's kind of logical. A sharp spine and reptile skin. Both of which I can sell for a small amount of money. More reptile skin. Throw some vampire bats at him. We need one more. I have successfully collected enough scarworm corpses. Evidently, I grabbed them before they could fall to the ground. I have a great deal of manual dexterity and very good hand-eye coordination. Let me move the microphone closer to my face so you can hear me more clearly. Sorry. I found this while hunting undead. That's level 11. I've given Ginwis, or Jinwis, the insignia. She believes it's from her missing recruit. Interesting, perhaps Sultan didn't catch the fever. Perhaps he died while performing his duties. How noble of him. I wonder if I can still retrieve his failed kit. Could you weigh up for another task? Evidently, I can. Search the area where you destroyed the undead soldiers. All right. Ooh, a Dark Evoker's robe. Yes, please. Howl of the Damned, an augmentation cast on your minion. Well, I will cast this augmentation on my minion. I will, where's my minion? Why is he not here? Did he, like, plummet to his death or something? Maybe. Didn't know they could do that, but okay. Sure, maybe. Alright, McCoy, here you go. You now have a buff on you. Oh, we've got 2 more to turn in.
Hello.
Hello. The dust successfully stunned them, but only for a short duration.
Thanks again.
I get a marred token. Secondary arranged. It's identical to what I already have. Those are housing items. They'll go, care to guess what? Into my house. Interesting. So yes, they are exactly the same. Or are they? I don't assume I can put this there, can I? I can. Ah, interesting. Okay. More buffs? Good. I like buffs. I like big buffs, and I cannot lie. The Bone Rod Dagger, however, it's not going to cut it, so. Let's sell our junk. As is tradition. 67 copper. I am filthy. Rich. Reptile skins. We do not want our housing items to be available for sale. We have another quest to turn in right here. With the Quartermaster. Ilmtar de Virves. Scarworm corpses. They've given Ilmtar Scarworm corpses. This is currently on what, AA? Experience? Trade skill experience? Doesn't make any sense. There's the real experience. Experience. These pheromones are far too weak to be used in the manner we need. We'll need a much stronger sample to draw from. The corpses you brought me were male. I need a pheromone of a female, the Worm Mother. Well, we're going to get the Worm Mother. We just come out here on the bridge and wave it around, and it'll waft down. We'll do some quality wafting. I've sprayed the pheromone to summon the Worm Mother. Where is she? She's coming. Where is she? There she is. Come on. Come on. Who's a good Worm Mother? You are, theoretically. There she is. Another reptile skin. Lucky me. Everybody loves a little reptile skin. You know? What is over there? That's the trout. That's the searing trout. Those the letters. I still need to mine tin and lead clusters. Search north of Tivitar outpost for Sultran's corpse. I know where that is. I know where the corpse is. I remember. And no, it's not because I put him there. This might be Sultran's body. Evidently. Yep. Another player. 2 players. We have Dark Sphere, S-P-H-E-A-R, and Skek. I like the Skek name. That's a good, simple, straightforward, short name. I'm about to get a new robe, better than the robe I'm currently wearing.
Hello.
I went searching for Sultran. Here you go. Evoker's Robe. So this is how cool I look now, which I think you'll admit is a look. And here's the mother's pheromone.
Hello.
Hello, did you get her? Nebulous gloves. I don't know the difference between these gloves and those I already got. It's pretty nebulous. Ah, lovely. This is quite impressive. I've almost finished the serum now. I just need add essences distilled from more mother internal organs. Well done. With this truth serum, our queen is that much closer to bringing the Thexians to their knees on behalf of the queen. I offer you many thanks. Yeah, the queen digs me, you know. She doesn't want to say anything. She's kind of embarrassed. I mean, I'm just a lowly necromancer, and she's the queen. But I won't be a lowly necromancer forever. Reptile skin. Sell. Not for sale. Hide the not for sale. Thank you. It's so hard to find good help. These gloves themselves were not part of my original gear, so they can be sold. And I will sell them. Right now, it doesn't remember the click for hide not for sale. That's just bad UI design, okay? That's not even arguable. It's just really bad UI design. I'll also note that the not for sale ones stayed not for sale, so it's not even consistent UI design. Particularly annoying. I'm particularly annoyed. This should not be news. Anyone who's watched this stream for any length of time has seen me annoyed. Possibly more annoyed than not. And we have another shiny over here. I saw it. Can't fool me. Actually, you can fool me. It's doable. Already got it. I need to fish up searing trout. And I still need to find lead and tin cluster. One of each. Whoop, 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 whoop. Shiny! I think we've established my resistance to shinies is nil. We've got another Razor Maw hanging out. What happened to McCoy? I have no idea what happened. What keeps happening to McCoy. I'm not unsummoning him. Nothing should be doing enough damage to kill him. Reptile meat. Alright, there is a searing trout. My fishing's getting better. I've got a searing trout. 1 out of 8. Two. Searing trout. Is it searing trout or searing trouts? These are all docile. I think it's searing trout. I think the singular and plural are the same. Unless they were of different kinds of trout. In which case, that might be searing trouts. So, for instance, what did you catch? I caught some trouts. I got 2 rainbow trout and 2 brown trout. That might be the correct grammatical construction for that. I have found a nebulous spell shard. I feel pretty nebulous about that. I'm up to 5. Searing trout. Or trouts. You know, whichever. It's not clear. But my fishing will be up to 18 out of 55 now. I did not actually mean to go swimming. Ah, and I just got this robe. Oh, and it's wet. Also caught 2 sunfish. I can't complain. They're a fun fish. I'm wit. I don't think we have any more of them over here. Yeah, here we have seared char, but I need seared trout, which means I have to check the part of the river I just left and look for them. Lower Tendril River. Another searing trout. Oh, we've got an agitated slitherer. He's coming this way. We have avoided the agitated slitherer. And hopefully this will be the last of the trout we need. I caught 2 frog legs. And a trout. Okay. Oh, we've got... Oh, no, that's the shiny I already saw. That was one I already have. Sad to say.
Do you have them? Great. I hope you enjoyed the fishing here.
I have caught the searing trout and brought them back to...
If you'd like, you could help me catch more fish. Seared char. I know, their name is repetitive. Glad to hear it. I'll be waiting here.
She wants seared char. Note, these char are not the same kind of char that we have in Guild Wars 2, as far as I can tell. Alright, now I am swimming intentionally. Oh, interesting. Oh, I guess it didn't show the river here. Oh, it's the next river over. And off by 1 error on the river topologies. More docile slitherers. Docile, docile, docile. They're all so docile. They're friendly. Are they friendly snakes? They appear to be friendly snakes. More searing trout. I doubt the razor maw is going to be quite so welcoming. Seared char. And it does sound a bit redundant. I guess they're Flame Legion. A little Guild Wars 2 humor there. You just can't get enough of that, can you? And 5. My fishing has stopped going up. Why has my fishing stopped going up? It got to 20 and it has stopped. That just doesn't seem right. 13 frog legs in that last cast. Evidently that was the worst mutated frog ever seen. Alright, lead clusters we got. We just need now 1 more tin cluster. But I don't like leaving partially mined nodes around. It feels so sloppy. 1 more char needed. should probably be available right there. Indeed, it is. We will now go back with her char, as requested. Again, I live in the City of Hate, Neriak, City of Hate, and I'm a necromancer, and we're dark elves, and everything's evil. But hey, I can still be nice.
Did you get them? You're great. A much better fisher than I am. Maybe that's why I enjoy it there.
Maybe I could
can
catch
always
Smolderfin,
like
a
I said,
specifically
he's a
named and
smoldering-
very
Good luck.
dangerous fish. I have to say, I'm not necessarily afraid of a fish. Shark, maybe? Sure, I could see a shark would be a bit on the intimidating side. A killer whale with some sort of social disorder could be scary. A scorched storm elemental. I do not remember ever seeing that before in my life. In all the times I've played through this area. In an ember elemental? I am not familiar. Or at least it's not ringing bells. I have discovered Smoldering Lake. I need to receive lure from Smolderfin. And I think here we just fish up smoldering trout and other fish until the named fish shows up, the big one. Got 2 raw crab meat. My fishing's going up again. Smoldering trout. But where, oh where is Smolderfin? I caught 3, so now I guess I can use those, and this will summon Smolderfin. Smolderfin? Smolderfin. Oh, Smolderfin. Oh, Smolderfin. Oh, I guess I have to do it 3 times. 2. 3. Smolderfin. Smolderfin. I'm not seeing Smolderfin. I didn't get a Smolderfin. Don't think I've ever had a problem with that one in the past. I don't know where Smolderfin's gotten himself off to. Notice some movement beneath the surface of the water. There's Smolderfin. Who's a good extra large fish? Looks like it could be a shark, you know. I caught rich flesh. Delicious fish meat. Possibly fish guts. My swimming is going, well, swimmingly. I'm up to 31. 32. I'm going to go ahead and swim across here. 35. I need heavy stone. Still need ore, I think, to get... oh. Stormpaw didn't like me wandering through his territory. Well, I don't like Stormpaw taking a swipe at me, so we're even on that. My loyalty tokens have been increased by 1. I now have 2. Stud of the Antonican Explorer. I am a stud of an Antonican Explorer, so that's a good fit. It is exactly what I already have in my right ear. There's the Nebula Spell Shard. Fabled quality. Wow, that was a random drop of significance. This rare harvested component can be used to craft level 1 through 9 Grandmaster spells. You don't get the purples very often. We've got another one. We've got another shiny. Is this a new one? Is it a repeat? Drumroll, please. It's a new one. The first addition to my striped moth collection. My moth collecting sensei will be so proud.
Have you found my lure? You did.
I've slain Smolderfin for Durstia
Maybe now I'll
and
finally
brought her the
catch
lure he
something.
stole.
Thank you very much.
Well met.
I am pretty amazing. I have to agree. This is identical in stats with... this is better than either of the ones I'm currently wearing. So we will obviously wear that. Unfortunately, again, it can't be that difficult if you've got 2 items, say a level 3 and a 4 in the ear, to right-click on a 5 that you just get and have it replace the 3, not the 4. I just don't believe that is something that can't be coded in an after frickin' noon. Huh? Oh, that's right. You can't work it that way. There we are. So we have a 3 and a 3. And a 4 and a 5 that I'm wearing. I would like to get the last little thing taken care of for the crafty box before I move on to an area where we have all the higher level materials instead of the low level material I need to collect. We have another shiny. Is this a shiny I already clicked on? Maybe. Is a moth I already had? Maybe. Nope. Nope, it is not. It is a bone fragment. I did not already have, but it's a bone fragment I now have. Let's sell. Hide not for sale. Such bad UI design, it drives me crazy. It really does. That's such a simple thing. There's no reason that should get by like the first review on the UI. Solidified loam, another higher tier crafting item. Or I should say a higher quality. Not higher tier. It's still tier 1. Raw crab meat. Oh look, I've got crabs. Sort of. Rich fillet. Examine. Ah, that gives me a quest. I have to bring this flesh to Kalnaz. Back in the first camp here. Okay, and then we're off, I think, to the second camp. Where I have a couple letters to deliver, because I'm the freaking postman, so it seems.
Can I help you?
I have some flesh from Smolderfin and thought you might be interested.
Oh, this is amazing. Huh. This is quite a find. Good show indeed. Those who know me will hear quite good things about you.
Thank you, Kalnaz. That's very thoughtful. It's entirely appropriate, because I'm so cool, but it's still thoughtful. Kalnaz Jmelvir. Quite the name you have there. Another moth I already have. Another moth I already have. Now, if memory serves, all of those little collectibles can be sold to a vendor for some rep for a guild that you're in. But I'm not currently in a guild, and since I am just playing this to get the measure of the free-to-play experience in the game, I don't foresee myself guilding up, so to speak. But we have a shiny. A little purple glow around this one. Polished lapis lava. Can be sold for status. That's... But it's also a collectible. This one, there must be an ongoing event, and that's why I didn't recognize a couple of these things, the Blaze Elemental and the Scorched Storm Elemental, because we've got NPCs here, and we've got another shiny. Devotee of Flame dancing around. Priest of Flame, that's a cut magnetic crystal. A Flame Tuatara, Lemora Romehill. Come to see the celebration, you won't regret it. The heat and power of the pyre is breathtaking. Oh, and the fireworks and pyromancy skills on display are dazzling. They don't seem to be scaring your pet either, which is a plus. My pet? Oh, you mean this Flame Tuatara. Oh, she's not my pet. She's not then. Why is she here? I found her here, which was quite the surprise, let me tell you. She's not from around here. She must have been drawn by the intense heat of the celebration. What are you planning on doing with her? Oh, I'll make sure she gets someplace much more accommodating. But that's not the worst of it. I think she laid eggs here. If she did, they'd never survive. Exactly. It'll be too cold for them once the celebration is over. If I find eggs, can you relocate them with her? Oh, yes, that would be great. Gather up any you find and return to me. Jubilation medals, coins of ember, a Flame Tuatara egg, or a Flame Tuatara plushie, which can be placed in a home. Oh, we've got another shiny over here. And I believe we have established by now I am unable to resist the urge. Oh, you little jerks. Both of them! Fuck me. Intentionally moving away from both of them, but not fast enough, it seems, as they had their lens-seeking missiles enabled. These are also items that can be sold for status. Earns guild status if your guild is below level 15. And clearly my guild is, because I haven't got one. We are heading up here to the second camp, where we have to deliver a couple of letters and make some new friends. The little pink shinies, I believe, or purple shinies, are related to the current event. Already have that one, but again, that can be sold for status. I have discovered the Wanderlust Fair. Yeah, just not thinking that these guys think about the fair quite the way that the lawful goods do, let's say.
Hello.
Laexra Bariath wanted me to report to you and offer you my help. Ah, you must be Cullis, savior of hate's envy. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration. Savior might be a bit much. Messiah may be a little more accurate.
Hello.
Letter from Laexra Bariath. Alright, we got quests.
Met.
You haven't seen an ugly Terdal named Alexair around Wanderlust Fair, have you? No, I haven't. I'll see if I can find him for you. That's a level 14 quest. A little bit over my boxing
Hello.
over a little bit over my weight there. And well, after a lot of talk, he wants me to collect resonant dust from warped wisplings. What's a warped wispling? It's a wispling that is warped. Melixia. Hate binds this land together, stranger. It does. Unfortunately, it didn't blind me to my kin. Ooh, that Melixia. She crosses the line a bunch. We should kick her out. Can you believe it? I mean, sure. I can respect their hatred of me, but what did they expect? When in Neriak, acted, I say. Neriak, city of hate. Revenge on the Sullians. Just killed them all. Alright, that's a level 13. A little bit again. Boxing a little bit over my weight there. We'll temporarily remove both of those from being tracked.
Well met.
And he's blabby. Flightless birds of a feather. He wants feathers from birds. Rotbeak feathers, which I suppose is something I can do. And we got one more quest here.
Hello.
I'm stuck in Wanderlust Fair for now instead of completing my assignments. Potential threats. With potential threats throughout the Darklight Wood. Well, what do we have first? First we have gather flame to a... Oh, egg cutters. That's not a quest I really need to track. It's one I will get done as we go. Potential threats. The heat is on. Gather 8 Tuatara flame egg clutches. Okay, well, we don't have to track that one. Because we're headed in this general direction anyway. Over here we need Sable Flame, Outriders, Fanatics, and Heralds. I'm betting that's a clutch of eggs right there. Herald. Hi there. A flask of rancid water. Well, that's certainly something I was looking for. I get thirsty now, I know what I can do. I can always just chug-a-lug some rancid water. That's 2 of them. Just looking around to see if we've got any more clutches of eggs, just, you know, idly sitting about. Like, say, a couple of them over here. Now, these may look, for instance, this felled wood over here may look similar to the wood I was chopping, like, yesterday. But this is tier 2 materials. They don't stack with tier 1 materials. More eggy waggies. So at least until I get all of the tier 1 crafting stuff put away tidily in the bank. I don't want to start picking up tier 2s because I can't handle all of those materials at once. I don't have that much inventory space. A Sable Flame Fanatic. Another Outrider. Get him, please. Okay. Why are they throwing their spells at me? I have a big, scary pet skeleton that should be getting their full attention. That's an AA point. Oh my god, they just keep coming. A Sable Flame Shirt. I've gained a new ability, Kabbalist's Cover 5. I think it said that. Soul Rot 3, there we go, couldn't have been a 5. And Teachings of the Underworld increases the stamina and int of members of my party. Like that. I'm smarter than I was. But somehow my undead knight vanished. I don't know if they're killing him or what's happening off the top of my head. I haven't been paying close attention to it. A Coral Amulet, which of course gets its name from the son of the lead character in The Walking Dead. Coral. More Eggy Waggies. That's 6. 6 out of 8. I need 2 more. Well, we've got a shiny here. Looks like a regular shiny, not one of the event shinies. I am correct. We have 2 Ataran Flame Eggs. Clutch thereof. That's all of them. Oh, well, we have a Sable Flame Herald right here, and we need them dead. So, dead they shall be. I need 2 more of those. Oh, we've got another pinkish purplish. Pinkle is the color I call pink and purple. It's a Pinkle one, so that is one of the event ones. It is the Cracked Blaystone, which I already have 2. The Sable Flame Shirt is not as good as the Dark Evoker's Robe. How does it look? It's not that interesting. Definitely better looking than the one I already have. And of course, that matters. Here are the eggs. What? Oh no, the thought of those little cold, defenseless hatchlings crawling around through shrub and grass here. We can save them too. You think if I catch them? Yes, I'll take them too. Please gather up any of the hatchlings you can find. I gave the unhatched eggs, and now I have to get hatchlings. But I also have to kill this guy because he's an enemy of mine. Not personally, I've never really met him before. But I'm supposed to kill him, so. We have another Pinkle. Shiny. A lot of cracked Bladestones I'm getting. Ah, this is a Tuatara hatchling. A little critter. Got him. And got him. Need 4 more. But this Flame Herald can I was going to say eat flaming death, but no, it's not actually flaming. It's necromancer death, which is quite different. See, that one I wouldn't get credit for. We got another hatchling. Where's that person running? No, don't run off, little hatchling. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't realize earlier I clicked on those. Those were not interactable with. But he has attacked me. He dropped a small chest. A coin of ember. Well, that seems worthwhile. I now have almost four hatchlings. Interesting. Maybe they can only attack you when you're in a quest, or maybe you get close enough to them they aggro. Because these ones are do not seem to be combatable, so to speak. Come back here, little hatchling. Come back. I need one more hatchling. Little hatchlings. Well, did I get all the sable flames I needed? I think I did. Hatchling. Woot! I've gathered all the Tuatara hatchlings I could find. Oh, don't you worry. They're as good as safe now. I'll keep them warm until I can get them located someplace more suitable. Select one of the following. So that's what it'll look like in my housing. For the, and the other is the plushie. I gotta admit, I kind of like the plushie, much to my surprise.
I greet you.
She greets me, guys. Priest of Flame, you got anything for me? From Flame, all the power of magic is sourced. Embrace the purest of elements. Yeah. That's the kind of thing a Flame fanatic would say. Are you a Flame fanatic, lady? Because you kind of seem like it to me. I can feel a sneeze working its way through my sinuses. We'll see if it decides, if it has the courage to try and face the light. I think it's retreated. I called it out, scared it off. Hey, sneezes are just cowards. They sneak up on you.
Hello.
I've taken them out. I've slain the Sable Flame cultists for Gausnitra Kalana. She wants me to kill incanters, cauterizers, scryers, and watchers. But first I should speak with Belar Shali within the Wanderless Fair to see if they have any more information about the Sable Flame. Alright. They're over there with the little book over their head.
Salutations.
Like Gausnitra, I am also interested in the Sable Flame cultists, where Gausnitra's interest is merely based on the defense of Neriak. However, my interest is centered on their ritual magic. They want fire tears. Don't cry. Let's see. Owlbear hatchling salesman. It's a pet owlbear hatchling. I only have 3 gold, but for a gold 20, I could buy an owlbear hatchling. We'll sell a stack of 3 of those. We'll sell the rancid water. Sell the Sable Flame shirt. Let's see. That is the Sable Flame, but I also need to go over here and kill wisps. We're going to kill wisps instead. Or first, I should say. The wisps must suffer. They must pay for their unspecified crimes. Certain of their habits are considered by some to be unwholesome. I wonder if the thing I just did for the flame cultists is a daily. I mean, I also got some of their currency, and I didn't see a currency vendor. Maybe in Neriak somewhere? Sorry, Neriak, City of Hate. So, not satisfied having crossed the river once, I'll cross it a second time. Because you'll cross that river when you come to it. Splintered flame collars around here. Like that one. I gotta say, I don't understand what the various and sundry skeletons are always so happy about. A flickering nightstone. I need to kill a bunch more. An ornate chest. Well, theoretically, then that ought to have some kind of fat loot inside. It was trapped, and whatever loot it had is not usable by me. Chain boots. Let's go ahead and remove that from myself, and Kibinab as soon as the spell cools down. And it somehow managed to forget the name for my undead friend, which I don't remember happening. Well, he was McCoy, named after Bones, and now he is Maroney, named after Boney. Of them. I think that message comes up like every hour. It tells you, hey, why don't you subscribe? Not too terrible a burden for a free-to-play player, I gotta say. I need 2 more. We just had a respawn in a conveniently located convenient location. A conveniently located convenient location. That's what I was trying and almost saying. One more would be nice. If I can get it without, like, aggroing anything, that would be ideal. Also, the inability to click on the name of a critter to select it so you can target it. That's also not a great UI implementation, gotta say. All right, I need fire tier gems from the crater, and I need to kill enchanters, cauterizers, scryers, and or watchers. And we've got a shiny. Will it be a new shiny? A repeat? It's a new shiny. A scuffed shard of abjuration for the Abjuration Shards collection, level 45. I know how hard it can be to get the an Abjuration Shard when you really, really need one. There's Skek, player. Is this fire elemental going to attack? It is. Interesting. So apparently they're actually hostile, although they don't indicate as hostile until you get close enough, at which point they attack. A small chest. Let me grab the purple. It's another cut magmatic and another coin of ember. Also, we got right. I guess I picked up one of the items for the elemental collection, and it auto looted and consumed. But I do not want to actually track that quest. Is this Scorched Storm Elemental going to also object to me? It is. Suddenly, you know, I know they talked a good story over there, the Flame Cultists, about how awesome fire is. I'm kind of finding it to be a bit of a pain. But he dropped a small chest as well. We'll grab this first. It's one we already have. And this is probably going to have another coin. No, a Shattered Brimfire Tablet. Offers a quest. I will accept it. Suppressing Rain Cinders. Or 5 coins of Ember. And also Silver Jubilation Medals. A silver medal awarded during Tinkerfest, Scorched Sky celebrated. This must be Scorched Sky and Ocean's Fall. Jubilation merchants will accept this currency and can be found in each of the player's cities. Okay. Now I know. I did not know before. I know now. I have discovered Sable Flame Crater, where I will start murdering a wide variety of Sable Flame. But only because they deserve it. I get no pleasure out of this massacre. It's an unpleasant task, a chore that needs to be done. Murdering them. I can too see the target. Don't lie. I'm right here. That's the fiery ore I think we need. Fear gem. Cheer gems. Those don't look like a gem. That looks like something else. Well, maybe it's in that. I don't know. But we're going to kill the scryer here anyway. We're going to then find out promptly. this guy's definitely going to aggro. Yes, that is a fire tier, so there's that. My memory is that this can be a pain to get back out of this crater. I'm not a fan of the sort of fight your way in, fight your way out kind of game locations, shall we say. I don't see any other... That's an uncovered stone. No, that's a harvesting mat, I think. Fight your way in, fight your way out quests. They're just a waste of time, really. But it is quite common in old school game mechanics. Alright, we've got another ore there. Sadly, it is quite common in old school game mechanics. You get it in Latro, Swator had it. We dropped a small chest. Advanced Scholar. Well, if I was going to be doing crafting on this particular character, that might be of use if I was going to go Scholar, obviously. Less use if I wasn't going to go Scholar. I need 2 more gems, and there's 2 more gems right over there. So I actually managed to get relatively lucky in the location of the gems. So we're going to be able to pick those up and exit pretty easily. It's easy enough to pick your way around the outside, but eventually we have to go in like to the bottom and kill a mob, and that's not going to be quite as easy. Oh, perfect. A respawn. Awesome. I can't tell you how much I love fricking spawn aggro. Spoiler. None at all. WoW had that problem at launch, but they fixed it pretty quick. Where mobs would spawn and instantly aggro on you, in some cases before they were even visible. Another shirt, which I can turn in. Search for the Brimfire tablet piece. I don't remember that quest. I need to return. I need to return, so we're going to return. And it's going to attack me. I know it's going to attack me. I know you're going to attack me. Just didn't attack me. I wonder if the other stones in the collection are in higher level zones. That would explain why I keep getting only the really small assortment of them. But there we have a regular shiny, unless Skek beats me to it. Yep, Skek. Well, Skek was going for it. I could grab it while he's fighting, but that's not the kind of jerk I am. I'm many types of jerk, just not that type of jerk. I prefer to think of it as actually many flavors of jerk. Hey, Geldax.
Well met.
Here's your dust. I can get more samples. Sure. I can do that. I will return with your samples in time. Oh, this is going to sell? No, not that. Another minor issue. Quest items should have an entirely different inventory.
Hello.
They shouldn't go into your regular inventory ever, in any That's another AA point. Channeler's Nebulous Slippers. I don't know about these slippers. Their qualities aren't clear to me. I have gained a new ability, Kabbalist's Cover Rank 6. Ah, that's the AA that I got. The alternate advancement. Because you advance in levels, but you also advance in alternate advancements, which are here. As I mentioned yesterday, there is a default leveling profile that will get you through just fine. And these are buffs to your skills and whatnot. This is a heal for my pet. This grants the pet a 20% chance to prevent 90% of the spell damage you receive. In other words, if I get hit with a spell, 20% of the time he takes up almost all the damage. And next up will be this ability, whatever that is, Kabbalistic Conservation. Increases the fervor of group members by 0.1 and reduces the power cost of the group spells by 1%. Basically, these are sort of like spec trees. And I'll turn this in. Allows you to build your character in different ways. But by default, especially as a new player, I would recommend just going with the defaults. Excellent work. Gathered information. Her name, Alarica the Flamecaller. She can be found at the center of the crater. In other words, I'll have to fight my way in and fight my way back out. I detest that sort of quest. Detest. But I have nice new slippers. Let's see how those look. Can't really see my current slippers. They're not that impressive. My current gloves, however, do not go with my attire. The bright blue is not going with the blood red, whereas my current shoes, which I can't really see very well, do have sort of red accents on them. They go quite nicely with my current robe. Those appear fine. Black instead. Black goes with everything. And we'll sell again to the Owlbear Hatchling salesman. Flickering Nightstone. Glowing Nightstone. Advanced Scholar Recipe. Dark Evoker's Slippers. Rancid Water, because really, I'm trying to cut down. I'm buying the Owlbear Hatchling. I can't. Why can't I not? Why can I not buy it? It's out of stock. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maybe it's only available like once per day, and one of the other characters, or players I should say, around here has chosen to buy it before me. Out of stock. That I didn't know that was a thing. I actually kind of approve. As long as they can't be resold. That would suck. If there was an item that that would just occasionally show up in a vendor and you could buy it and it was bound, that's kind of cool. But if there's a resale allowed, then that's bullshit. My guess is I didn't check that one is bound. I already have all the plain moths. I don't need another plain moth in my life. I need excitement. Maybe another one of the low-level shinies for the event. Yep. And again, my companion is gone. My pet, I haven't noticed what I was doing that was causing that to happen. I assume it's me. Alright, he remembered his name this time. Is the Scorched Storm Elemental going to make a... No, it's not going to cause a fuss. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Once again, we're coming along the Suring Tendril. I think it is more wisps back here, if I remember correctly. I feel certain, yes, the Blaze Elemental is going to come looking for trouble. I was correct. You dropped a small chest, which I assume will have a coin. Coin of Ember. It is a shimmering Wispling, and yeah, gotta kill him. I can't see the target. Oh. There we go. It just wasn't targeting correctly. I was wondering if those other ones had aggroed too, but no, they just flew over to the one that was fighting and apparently watched. They're like humans. They like to watch their own kind suffer. That was the equivalent of one of us, say, being unable to turn away from a car accident. Moroni, you're doing an excellent job. I just want you to know that your mother and I are very proud of you. Ooh, named one. He'll drop loot. Perhaps something fat and delicious will drop into my lap. I would approve of that. And a ruined rune dirk. It's better than what I'm using. 6 primary attributes, which presumably is intelligence. 6 to stamina and 2 to combat skills instead of 5, 5, and 1. I have attuned it. Because you can't tune a fish, but you can tune a staff. I do not think, though, that counts as one of the Shimmering Wisplings. Which seems strange, because he's like a super-duper Shimmering Wispling, so you'd think he might even count for 2. But evidently not. Two more to go. Well, that one's tougher than any of the others by far. Even tougher than the big ugly one. All of those we need. I really dislike this quest that requires the fight your way in, fight your way out of the crater. It's just bullshit, that's all. It's a Old school game mechanic I can't stand. Need the Staff of the Flame Callers. I need to kill Alarica. Wow. Multiple characters. Oh, I take it back. One character with a mercenary and a bunch of elementals. Ephraim Firebrand. Not to be confused with Ephraim Greets Glory, who is a Guild Wars 2 character, also about fire. I can't see the target. Fuck off. I'll kill this one to get him out of the way so that I can then get to a high enough spot to see the guy that I can clearly see. Like this. Hello, Ephraim. He thinks he's elite. He's doing some damage to Moroni. Most of the time Moroni comes out of these with no actual damage on him, but this time he took a little. Another ornate chest and 2 items. That's unusual. An earring, which is better than either of my 2. So we'll remove the 4-pointer and replace it with the 6-pointer, which also has 10 resistances. Nice. And the other was an assassin's knife. 662, so the same stats as what I already have. Sable Flame adherents are 13. I'm 12. That seems to me that's getting a bit dicey, especially when I'm going to be fighting many of them. There's the character, Hyaki, and they are loaded for bear. Hyaki has an undead knight, which I don't think was a mercenary, and also has a mercenary. So I don't know what all of those things were that they had. I know most of them were. Oh. They had a mercenary, they had elementals. Of the shinies, which are presumably just another one of the ones I already have. Let us check the quests. Flightless birds of a feather. That seems just fine. They're over here. Me and Moroni can take care of them. Because bird is the word. Small chest. Also a bird's feather and some Volrich meat. Advanced Scholar, Volume 11. Vilebeak. Well, just another named mob looking to give me a chest filled with wonderful goodies. Maybe. More Volrich meat and Envy Guard's wristband. I'm not currently wearing a wristband, and this has 6 primary attributes, 6 stamina, 10 resists, 2 combat skills. That's way better than nothing. is approximately equal to all of the better than nothings. Rotbeaks, I'm sure they don't smell or anything. Presumably they are some kind of carrion eater. I'm going to go out on a limb and say. So, something along the lines of a vulture, although these are called vulriches, because why you would want to give them a fantasy name when it's basically a cross between an emu and a vulture, I don't know. But there you go. Pardon the yawn. You're not boring me, I promise. I'm just old and I've had a rough day. Any day that starts with getting out of bed, it's going to be a rough one. Well, technically, I didn't get up out of bed. I sleep on a sofa because it has ended up being better for my back. I haven't had much in the way of back problems since I started sleeping on the sofa. So I sleep on the sofa. I need one more Vulrich feather. Oh, look. Here it comes. A Rotbeak. That's all of the Vulrich feathers I need. Let's head on back. We need to bring these to Torbus Filnau. Because of course we do. Torbus needs them. Filnau needs them right now. That's another player running around at light speed. Presumably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say a more veteran player than me, not a new free-to-play account. It's guesswork on my part. But it's just so crazy. You could be right. Alright, 2 more quests to turn in. Geldax.
Hello.
I have to collect rocks for him now. I'll waste no time. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. And what happens over there? Torbus. Here's the feathers. Gathering more resources? Sure. This time I'd like you to head south to Night Shadow Bog. Bring me the wings of the dragonflies. Sure. Dragonfly wings. And we're going to sell all of those thingies. And see if by any chance, Milton, that's his name, Milton Flunknuddle, I'm not making that up. If he's got, the Owlbear hatchling appears to be grayed out. He is out of stock still. NPCs for status. Interesting, he takes those. So those are white, but these ones are not white. They're grayed out. Don't know what the difference is. Other than white versus gray, obviously. Thank you. What do we have? Dragonflies. dragonflies? Probably. Alright, dragonflies. Dragonfly. Alright, it wanted to fly away, then we'll start with this dragonfly. I have a dragonfly wing. One of 8. You'd think you could get more than one, but apparently that's how many. They managed to fly with one wing. It's weird. You know, why not just have them all have 4 wings and tell us to get 32? Or just say, kill 8 and bring me their wings. But no. We can't have that now, can we? Mind you, it's not unique to this game. Most MMOs do it. Few did it as often and as egregiously as, say, the most successful one ever, WoW. Where famously, from time to time, you'd have to kill 40 of a thing to get 5 tongues. Three more dragonflies. I'm sure a lot of the players who were greedily looking forward to the arrival of WoW Classic had forgotten how many of those bring me 5 troll tongues would require you to kill 40 trolls. You and everyone else searching for them at the same time. It had a big-ass treasure chest that took off half of Moroni's health and a chunk of mine. A bloody ritual. A level 13 necromancer spell. Well, I'll be able to use that in about less than a tenth of a level. Almost instantly, actually. Turns out. I got special drop for me. Moroni's taking lots of damage. Oh good, another one. What do you think? Open this one? Yep, Moroni's down to about 3rd life. You know what I want to do when I grow up and I'm a cap level character in EverQuest? I'm going to make trapped chests, put items in them, and then I'm going to crazy glue them to the back of dragonflies. These are plate armor gauntlets that it was carrying around. Totally explicably. Here's your wings. Is it a ding? Not yet. They were worth the price. Now I just need to work on culturalizing myself until I can ease my way into Neriak, City of Hate. I'd give you more jobs, but I'm out of money. Wait, you went to business school? That was not enough to get me to level. Well, I swept floors out of business school. I say, good luck on your endeavors. I have Kabbalistic Conservation. Increases the fervor of guild members and reduces the power costs of the group's spells. That's one of the ones that I get from AAs, from Alternate Advancement. And we'll put it here with the other Buffy spells. and we'll cast it thus. We'll sell the little pieces of crap that I just picked up. Whoops, to Milton Flunknuddle. He still doesn't have my owlbear hatchling. That I want to keep. Slowly drains the life of the necromancer's minion and converts it to power over time for the necromancer. I can't see myself using that, except maybe in dungeons and stuff, if I would ever get into dungeons and stuff. But we can sell the Wanderlust handguards. That is right. So again, I don't want to hit into the crater just yet. The things in there are like a level higher than me, and I'm not afraid of a critter that's a level higher than me. I am afraid of 5 of them, though. And if memory serves, you can pull a whole bunch in there. Moroni is still with me. Good, good, good. Sullian Fairy Wings. Well, sure, I can take care of the Sullian Fairies. I'll get those on the way back, I think. We have a Harrowglade and a Warpfire Spot. So there and there, both places. Got it. Got it. I understand. The Searing Tendril. Yeah, been there. It's not so hot. Help me, please. I am looking for rock samples. A warp font rock sample. 3. One warp font rock sample. Plain white moth I already have. 2 rock samples. Doom 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 doom. Rock sample. Right, that should be the 3rd of the warp font rock samples. Lots of crocalgators. Razor moths. Of course, not to confuse with a razor paw. they dumb jokes. They just never stop coming. They're not dad jokes. They're just bad jokes. 2. 1 more Harrowglade rock sample. That's the Harrowglade rock samples that were needed. I have collected the rocks. And now we'll kill some fairies. For revenge. Sullian Fairy Wings. Got another shiny. The Pinkle ones. Even though I'm sure it's one I've already got. I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. I've got to catch them all. A Sullian Protector. Well, who watches the Watchmen? And who protects the Protectors? A pair of Sullian Fairy Wings. Treasure chest. Hey, it didn't blow up on me. That's pleasant. But leather armor. A Sullian Void Collar. I'm pretty sure that that is the that's an alternate advancement point and a level. I'm pretty sure that that is the fairy equivalent of a telemarketer, a Sullian Void Collar. Exact same thing. We have Bloody Ritual. Inflicts 3.5% of max health in magic damage on target instantly and every 4 seconds. Increases the power. Target the caster's pet. Lasts for 20 seconds. Increases my power at the expense of my pet going, owie, 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 owie. But at least as of now, my pet is doing a significant chunk of my damage. Aqueous Soul. Allows the target to breathe underwater. Guild Wars 2 has the best underwater combat of any MMO. And I still don't like it. But it's better than any of the others. Another Void Collar. I do have that spell I can use as well. It was Bloody Ritual. So this is just an improvement of the spell I got here. So this one is the apprentice level, this is the higher, the adept level. So it does more damage to my pet, but buffs me by more. For 20 seconds. Again, presumably useful. Pardon me, in an instanced setting where I'm trying to optimize my damage. And presumably somebody else is tanking. So I can sacrifice that and probably don't even have out the tanky pet like Moroni here. There's 8 sets of fairy wings. Is this one I already picked up and tossed away as being worthless? No, because it's not. Alright, we have a couple more quests to turn in. I'll head back to town. To my house. A few housing items, drop those into nice aesthetically pleasing locations. And probably be calling it an evening then. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Probably for more of this. I'm not certain. I might take a night's break. So far, to sum up, the free-to-play experience is quite good. Not much difference at all between this and the pay-to-play experience. The only differences so far, presumably the number of character slots. Pretty sure that's one of them. Access to alternate rule set servers, which is one of the cool things EverQuest 2 offers. And third, certain races and I think one class are not available to non-paying
I
customers.
greet you.
Also, I don't think all the expansions up to the end are. I assume at a certain point the free-to-play content stops, and if you want access to expansions past that, you have to pay. Take a device he created back to the work. Well, that can wait. I'll be back. Not immediately back. Talks to Melixia. I got... Well, here are their wings. No. Whose tricks go too far? Well, mine still, I guess, but I'm still laughing. Say, you've got a dark streak to you. You want to do another job for me? More revenge? I should be so lucky. Not this time. The vampires you'll need to kill didn't cross me. Their bodies merely contain another useful spell reagent. She wants me to kill vampires. Re-kill, presumably. I think we've had this discussion. Resonant siphon. Yeah. And smoldering shoulder pads. Or shouldering smolder pads. It's not entirely clear which. Or entirely clear which. English am hard. Alright, we've taken care of all that. Abilities. That'll do. It's called a home. I'm not sure where I'm saved. So instead, we go to housing. And we, you must be in a city zone or any zone with a house or guild access to enter. So I have to be in the house. Or I mean in the city. Okay, got it. Will this take me back? To your recall point in none, it says. I'm curious as to where that takes me. So I'll press the button. Does it take me to Neriak, or does it take me back? It does take me to Neriak, City of Hate. There we are. Honey, I'm home. Almost. I'm nearly home. Right over there. Right there. Dead ahead. My house and nobody else's house. Honest, it isn't like an unlimited number of people could live in the instanced housing. Okay, yeah, it's exactly like that. But I enter house. Dun, 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 dun. If you're not familiar with it, the housing system in EQ2 is excellent. One of the best. Let's see. There's a Thexian campfire. Ah, there we go. We've got a little tent in here in sort of our bedroom, you know. A cook pot in front of it. No knowing what might be inside. A dark light placard umbra serpent. Ah, yes. I think it cheers up any room. And a plushie next to our other plushie. It's an animated plushie, it seems like, which is even cooler. It actually just looks like a lizard instead of a plushie. A smoking flaming kind of lizard, you know, the way you might have it just sitting around the house. I'm sure you've got one of those just sitting around your house, too. Like me. And these sort of things, over time, actually, I believe, reduce the upkeep cost of your housing. As they all have like or they increase your status. Rent status, yeah, and it can do rent status, and it can do reduction as well, I think. Rent reduction. So I think rent status is comparative, so there's like leaderboards, I think. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. Ooh, snap, crackle, and back pop. I hope you had some fun. A little entertainment. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, so far, the free-to-play implementation seems very generous. So I don't see any specific reason from that to discourage you from trying out EverQuest 2, should it interest you. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope you have a great Friday night. Friday night. And a terrific weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys.